Hi guys, it's Celeste. I don't know what that was, because that was weird. I was like, I'm not gonna fully extend my arm, but I'm gonna go like that, and the other one's like fully, I don't know. It was weird, I don't know. I overthink everything. Like, it's fine. I literally turned on the camera just to not say anything. I'm just not gonna like edit the video though, like normal, because so far you guys actually seem to like that. And even if you guys don't, I do. It's easier, it's kind of more fun, and it's more like I'm just hanging out with you. Like, I don't want to do some like giant video production thing. Like, I just want it to be more calm and cool. Like, I'm just like talking to you because I want to, not because I need some like giant production to like have a conversation with you. Like, that's not like that hard. I can easily do that, obviously. I don't know, you know when you just like zone out but you're still talking, and it's like you're talking on autopilot, but then you're like, wait, I have no idea what I just said. Does anyone else do that? Because I do that. I brought a couple of decks of cards out. I don't remember. I think it's the Osho Zen Tarot, but it's basically kind of like an oracle deck, although it's also tarot. It's just like, it doesn't have the traditional pictures, so it's more of like an overall theme, but I feel like this is like a way more intuitive. This deck helps me to like connect with my intuition way better than the traditional tarot deck. Sometimes I'll just get like the traditional tarot cards and I'm just staring at it like it's not that I don't know what it means, it's just like it almost feels pointless. I'm like, not that it isn't like useful, like it is useful, it can be useful. Sorry, I had a notification. I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna like, I was removing something out of your face, okay? That's what I was doing. In the middle of a conversation, I don't know. Yeah, but the normal like tarot deck, I just get bored. Like, I feel like it's not that strong of like an intuitive deck, even though it's the classic deck. Like, you know, people can easily be like, you know, you're connecting with your intuition, so it's the strength of your intuition. That may be true, but at the same time, the person who's creating the deck has to have that gift of handing somebody their own intuition through this physical object that's not real, right? Because this piece of wood right here, on its own, it's just a piece of wood. So if I hand it to you as a piece of wood, it's still going to only represent a piece of wood in your mind. You're gonna be like, why would I want that? It's literally just a piece of wood. But if I had this refined skill that I actually worked on over time, where I could hand you this piece of wood, and while it's physically a piece of wood, it mentally automatically represents something different once I hand it to you, right? So that is exactly what the people who like created the Rider-Waite Tarot, I feel like couldn't do. Like, they just never sharpened the skill of handing somebody else their own intuition. Not that anybody needs that. It's not that I like need that. It's not that. It's that simply the person who created the deck just knew of a lot of symbols. Like, there was no like, you can feel the difference. You can feel the difference when somebody creates a system that's like, okay, they know all of the Roman numerals, they know all of the like, whatever, all the elements, they know all of the like astrological signs, okay? But do they have the refined skill that they've practiced over time and also confirmed for themselves over time, where they can help to like hand you the intuition that's already within you through a physical object? What I'm trying to say is that with a traditional tarot deck and this stick right here, I could look at this stick right here and like tell you your fortune way better than I could with a traditional tarot deck. Why? Because this stick right here automatically has that skill better than whoever created the tarot deck. Controversial opinion, and I know you might be like, how does this stick like have stronger intuition than whoever created the tarot deck? It's not that the stick right here is like a genius. Well, I mean, maybe it is, but it's not that the stick right here has such a high level of consciousness inside of it that it's automatically a genius. It's just that whoever created the traditional tarot deck didn't collaborate with somebody who had a higher level of intuition than them, and unfortunately, while they memorized a lot of information, they didn't have a very high level of like the refined gift of being able to hand somebody else their own intuition. So it's, you know, it doesn't mean that there aren't really sharp readers who can give you the most out of the traditional tarot deck. I just think we all need to like give them a round of applause because they're really going like above and beyond 10,000%. You know, it's like if somebody can meet you halfway, it would already feel like kind of better than the Rider-Waite tarot deck, if that makes sense. It's like all of the symbols are added in a way that feels very dry. This sounds so abstract. But yeah, I mean, people are gonna disagree, but people are also not going to have something tangible to disagree with. So either they get what I'm saying and they fully get it, or they're not going to have something tangible to disagree with. It's just true. But if I could hand you this piece of wood right here and it could represent like gold to you, just because of the intention that I handed it to you with, you might know. Like, you would be like, okay, like clearly this is a better piece of wood than like that other one I had. Like, you know, this is a pretty good piece of wood. Like, it's pretty good. Why? Because it feels like it's made out of two different kinds of wood. Like, that's kind of nice. Like, you can literally like undress it. I don't know. Like, that sounds weird, but like, it's true. That like if you hand someone a piece of wood and they can like take it apart, that's way better than if you just handed like a naked piece of wood to them. It was off camera, but it you know, it was nice. So what I like about I think it's called the Osho Zen Tarot, but I don't know how to like pronounce that. Yeah, what I like about it is that the pictures are like different and it's just fun. Like, I feel like you can kind of get like a more fun reading on it. It's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. Like, the pictures feel more intuitive. They just like, I don't know. It's almost like the right deck naturally feels like it has like its own servitor that naturally comes along with it, you know. So if you don't know what a servitor is, it's a spirit that a magician or whoever creates themselves for a purpose to help them with something. Now, there can be like steps to make servitors. You can easily just, you know, it depends on how you do it yourself. Like, as long as you believe that you made that servitor and they're providing a function, a purpose, and you can like intuitively feel the difference, then you made that servitor. Like, you know, you can go through like this huge, really long, why? What even is that? Sorry, there was like so much light coming out of my eyes, I couldn't tell if I was like a robot for a second. I'm not, but like I was like, what's that? Wait 1 second, I have to call my mom, I completely forgot. I keep dropping you. Okay. Are you gonna balance? Okay. So I talked to my mom. There's still, I don't know if it's a reflection. There's still a lot of light coming out of my eyes. Can you see it? You know what, it's fine. I mean, it's probably not, I don't know. I don't know if you could tell, but like on the screen, I'm like, there's like a lot of, like, I have like a light bulb in my brain that's just like on. I don't know. It's fine. It's probably supposed to always be like that, right? I don't know. I don't know, that was funny. I'm just enjoying whatever that was, because it just caught me off guard. Because normally my eyes just look like normal eyes to me, but then for a second they just, it still looks like it. It's just like windows with like a light bulb on the inside. So I was getting like slightly weirded out by that, you know, just because it's different. Like, what do we mean by that? I don't know. What do we mean by that? Okay. Why would I be stressed about something that actually sounds like it would be like a good thing, right? But are you kidding? Doesn't it look like my eye is just like there's nothing over here that's like a light, right? There's nothing over here that's a light. There's literally, I'm looking at like mostly shade. Like, if I talk about it too much, it's gonna go away, but I think it looks kind of cool, so I don't want it to go away. So I'm gonna like stop drawing attention to it because I think it looks good. Like, it looks cool. When I overanalyze something, it's way more likely to just completely go away. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, like, I really like the, like, shape of my eye today, which, yes, it changes. Every day it's a little bit different, or minute to minute it's different. Minute to minute, the shape of my eye slightly changes. It just doesn't hold permanence with the change. There's like 10,000 different, yeah, probably like 10,000 different, like, variations of how my face can look and still be my face, right? And I know that because, like, from day to day, I never see myself and say, oh, that doesn't look like myself. I just say, oh, it looks like the 10,000th version of myself, you know? And then if I take like 3 pictures, I'm gonna go back to being the other self that I was the other day or 5 minutes ago. But then if I take 1 picture, I think it doesn't look good, I really have to sit there with myself and be like, okay, who are we gonna be mentally to make sure that like the picture shows up exactly how I wanted it? So it's almost like this fun game I play, but I swear if I look in the mirror twice in a row, the same mirror, like if I come back, walk away, come back, it's like I went from being version 500 to being version 5,478. Like, it doesn't, like, I change, and it's not even that I did anything differently. It's just if I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, like, I really like the shape of my eye today, or whatever, then it's more likely to change to become something I didn't want. Like, even if I don't say it out loud, like, it's more like the fact that I acknowledged that I liked the way it was makes it more likely for it to change to something that I liked less. So it's almost like I'm playing this game then where I have to like accept that other version of myself after I liked this one version, and it's like, why, you know, there's a higher purpose to everything. I don't know. Yeah, see, like, the light, it kind of changed. I think it went away, which is fine. Like, I don't know, like, it is what it is. Back to the real purpose. I just like almost dropped them, didn't drop them. I don't know, let's see what comes out. I'm just curious. Like, I don't even have like rules for the reading. Like, I probably should, to know like what we're even talking about. But ripeness, morality, and thunderbolt. And these cards feel like thinner than normal too. Like, the same deck doesn't even feel like this thin very often. But like right now it feels like thinner. Like, the morality card feels very thin. So why is this such like a sensory reading? Like, this is like, you know, but this card feels very malleable, and it's also the card about your morality. So, you know, make sure that your morals have structure to them. Now, not really societal structure, because like that can change at any moment. That's the thing, like, the idea of society's morals can like change tomorrow, but you want to make sure that like your morals actually have structure that you added to them, not structure that somebody else added to them and then can go take it away, but like have your own structure to your morals. Be like, within myself, I know I'm this type of person in this type of situation, and I'm that type of person in this situation, and that has nothing to do with the influence of other people, because otherwise the you know, society can just say, actually, you know, this one issue like we really cared about, it's okay, for example, you know, society could be like, oh, it's wrong to kill dogs at the pound, right? And you're like, yeah, I agree, like, it's wrong to kill dogs at the pound. But then like the next week, society's like, actually, actually. We think there's like benefits. Like we think that like there's benefits to killing the dogs of the pound. You can't then be like, yeah, we're gonna kill the dogs at the pound. Society says it's finally okay to kill all the dogs at the pound, right? If that were ever actually a part of your moral understanding of the world, you would have to be like, no, like it's still wrong. Like I still don't agree with that. So like make sure that like your morals are actually strong and not like a fair weather like moral understanding of the world or the universe. Don't have them changed based on what's allowed. Have them changed based on how you feel about who you are as a person, not who you think that other people are going to interpret you to be. Ripeness. Ripeness is about fertility. Now, fertility in a metaphorical sense doesn't mean you're going to go literally have a baby. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to go literally like give birth to a person. But ripeness, well, I also think I'm thinking of like James and the Giant Peach at the same time, which is really fun. The idea of ripeness, but then it's like, I don't really remember exactly, but I think it's like all of the, like the friends, like the animals, the bugs, go and like burrow deep inside of this like giant peach, right? Because they're like life-size too, and then there's like James in there also. Like, I don't remember the whole story, but I don't think that's even necessary. It's almost like as you create a new idea, you're also creating like a place to be as well. It's like you're creating like a physical environment when you create these mental ideas. It's just that it's not like a physical environment. Okay, that sounds like it doesn't make sense, okay? But like when you create your I'm kind of splitting this up in my mind because I'm making sure I get the exact frequency that we're on with this. So, you know, you're gonna interpret this how you interpret it, but I'm just like kind of capturing the exact frequency we're on with this. The point is, you're like, it's very abstract. It's important for you to know that when you create ideas in your mind, you're also creating a place. It's just that you're not physically at that place. Like, you could see it as in another dimension as you create, say you create like a painting or like a music album or a song. See it as in another dimension, you're actually creating a physical environment where people can go to live. Just you right now can't go there. And the people you know right now can't go there, but like somewhere in another dimension, as you create your music album, you have already created at the exact same time like a vacation destination, right? You've created like a hotel and like a spa that's all like themed with your album that you created. So like as you put in all of your thought, sorry, birds are at war over nothing over here. Like you can hear it because they're all just like fighting each other, but like in packs. Like in like wolf packs, you know, and it's like two different types of birds. I don't really know bird types. One's like black and one's brown. They're just like at war completely. But yeah, it's really fascinating. Whoever's creating a project, or even if you're not, even if you're just thinking like someday you might want to create some type of project, think of it like you're really gonna put your all into it, because it's not just the music album you're creating. It's not just the painting that you're making. It's not just the story that you're telling. You're creating a physical reality in another dimension, which is a really fascinating way to look at it. And the cards are basically confirming that is true. It's just that it's in another dimension, so you can't physically go there right now. And your friends are not going to physically go there, but through your artwork, through your album, through your painting, people can like tap into that energy and work on themselves. Say the physical environment you created in another dimension is a spa where people can like go get their nails done, they can go get their hair done, they can go like get a facial, they can get all this stuff done. As they do that, as they listen to your album, they actually have the opportunity to work on that aspect of themselves, that whatever that physical dimension is like what they get to work on through the album or through the painting or through the book, right? So that's what gives these really good movie scripts, these really good books, these really good, like, you know, like the music albums, like, it feels like you're tapping into a whole other dimension, and no matter what, there's infinitely more to grasp out of it. Why? Because that's actually a real place somewhere. That you're actually, a part of you is sort of going there. Say in the other dimension, say you created a music album, and that's what it physically is to people here listening. But at the same time, that music album in another dimension is a school. It can be like a college, right? Like a high level education, right? So there's an aspect of this person that's being educated through listening to your album. Every time they play the album, they're being educated, like an aspect of them sort of like transfers there and becomes educated in this other realm. That's such a fascinating thing to have come through just from like 2 cards. See, I told you, this is a better deck, because with the Rider-Waite Tarot, what are we gonna get out of that? You know what we're gonna get out of the Rider-Waite Tarot? Like, okay, that's the thing that I don't like about it either, is when you have the Rider-Waite Tarot, anybody and their mom and their dog and their grandma and their boyfriend and their car and their giraffe, they have a giraffe, I don't know, all of those people can just Google, what does it mean to have the 6 of Pentacles? Like, what does it mean? And then, you know what they're gonna do? No matter how you interpret that card, no matter how much you use your intuition, somebody's gonna come around and be like, actually, Google says this, and so I get that, like, you're reading this with your intuition, but your intuition must be wrong, because Google says the 6 of Pentacles means whatever the fuck it means, but like, it gets in the way. These Google definitions that anybody can look up get in the way of actually giving you like a good intuitive reading. Because say somebody wanted to like gaslight me and be like, or not even gaslighting, that's like you know, when people use, like, overuse those terms, I don't mean it like that. Like, I don't mean it like it's like a serious thing. I'm just overusing the term. I don't mean it as like a serious thing. Like, yeah, I'm just like overusing the term, even though that's what people don't like. That's what I'm doing. It's not like that serious. I'm just saying, like, it slightly takes away. It can potentially slightly take away if you're not fully ready to like tune out everybody's opinions of what you're doing. Right? But yeah, if somebody were like, oh, look at this card, he's like praying. So if you didn't say something about praying, then like you didn't do it right. And that just means you're like bad at this. Like, that just means you don't even understand anything, because obviously he was praying on the card. Like, if you said that, you would have lost so much of the actual deep intuitive meaning to it. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't like the Rider-Waite Tarot, because it's like everybody can just Google the definition, and it's not really that they can Google the definition, like that should just add convenience. But people have this like superiority complex when it comes to the like intelligence of reading tarot. They're like, oh, like I must be smarter than this person, like I'm gonna prove it somehow. And it's like, dude, you don't actually have to be, you don't have to prove it. Like, we're all just doing what we're doing. Like, if you don't like what I'm doing, go do something different. Like, that's how it feels. Yeah, I don't know, that was fun. I don't know, like, I feel like we really got already like all of the meaning we even needed, but I did pull like one more card kind of like at the same time as those, and this is just reminding me of like the Twin Towers, but it's like a human body. I don't know, to me this card is just like extra. Like, I feel like we kind of already got the actual message we needed, but you know, it's kind of fun to be struck by lightning. You know, if you physically are the Twin Towers, be careful, because that means you're going to be struck by lightning. People are going to fall out of you. You know, you might catch on fire around your crotch area, so be careful of flammables in that area of your body. I don't know. it's kind of giving weirdo. Cause like how are you gonna only catch on fire in that one spot on your body? Fire ants. I don't know. Don't do that. I don't know. I have no idea. What does that even mean? That's pretty much it for the video. Like, I don't want this to get too long. I know the other one was already like, this is already gonna be like a 20-minute video or something. I can't tell because this clip right now is 16 minutes. The other one was at least 6 minutes, I think, or 4 minutes. I have no idea. I have no idea, but I'm not cutting anything out of it, like at all. I'm just gonna combine the two, the other one before this, and then that's it. And then I'm just gonna post it. This is fun. Thanks. Love you. Come back, subscribe, like the video, comment. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. That was so weird. It was like a mother bird with like baby birds behind her. It was kind of cute, but like, I don't know. It was different. Bye, love you. Roar.